Hello everyone, we are group number 5, Valerii, Denis, Dimitri, Ekaterina and Sergey. We are happy to present for you our topic, how to write a great abstract for your academic research. An abstract is like a movie trailer. It offers a preview, highlight key points, and helps the audience decide whether to view this work. So, what is an abstract? An abstract is a short summary of a longer work. The abstract consequently reports the aims and outcomes of your research so that readers know exactly what the paper is about. So, how to structure your abstract? So, we have general 5 parts. So, first identify purpose and motivations. Next, explain the problem you're addressing. Next one is methods and materials, results, and conclusion. Let's spoke about research problem and objectives. So firstly, you need to identify the problem area. If you're doing practical research, you can identify a problem by reading reports, following up with previous research, or talking to people who are working or was working to relevant field or in this topic. Next one is contextualize the problem, focus on concerned details of the situation, or we can just ask questions. Where and when does the problem arise? Who does the problem affect? And show why it's matter. The problem statement should also address to relevance of the research. Why is it important that the problem is solved? So, and finally, set your aims and objectives. This doesn't mean you have to do something groundbreaking or world-changing. It's more important that the problem is researchable, feasible, and clearly addresses relevant issues in your field. So some examples of how we can start write your aim, and generally write it in infinite form, like the aim of the study is determine something.
The results of work in the abstract should be simple and understandable to a wide range of specialists in a particular field of knowledge. It is recommended to use well-known common terms. In this section, the quantitative and qualitative results of the study are presented. It is recommended to use general words such as proved effective or proved ineffective, summing up the results, or it has been demonstrated, shown, found that, without mentioning specific numbers that may be misinterpreted. Avoid words that indicate uncertainty or doubt about the facts or results of the research. The results of the work are described as clearly and informatively as possible. The author indicates the main theoretical information, experimental results, identified patterns, relationships in solving problems. The main focus is on important discoveries and new solutions.
A good abstract also includes the methods and materials used in the work. It should indicate the main components of the work and its characteristics. This can be research materials, methodologies, participants in the experiment, and so on. This set depends on the area and level of scientific activity.
The conclusion should begin from the main question that your thesis aimed to address. It is an opportunity to remind the reader why you took the approach you did, what you expected to find, and how well the results matched your expectations. The conclusion is a good place to elaborate and look ahead, considering the implications of your findings for theory and practice. You need to make sure the reader is left with a strong impression of what your research has contributed to knowledge in your field. The length should be about 5 to 7% of the overall volume of the abstract. An empirical scientific study will often have a short conclusion that concisely states the main findings and recommendations. And to check yourself, make sure you have clearly and concisely answered the main research question, summarized overall argument and key takeaways, mentioned any important limitations of the research, given relevant recommendations, explained what your research has contributed to knowledge, and not introduced any new data or arguments.
So, now you know how to structure your abstract, and it's time for our tips. The first tip is, if you don't know how to start writing your abstract, the good way here is to describe each part of your paper using 1 or 2 sentences, and then combine these sentences into the text. This text eventually will have an answer for the 4 main abstract questions, and therefore you will need only to work a bit on it, and it will be a complete abstract. The second question is to use the structure of your own research, not blindly following the other rules, because different fields of research may have a slightly different structure of an abstract. Some of them may have 4 main elements, some of them may have methods and results combined, and some of them may even consist only of 2 parts. And as far as this abstract has an answer for 4 main questions, it is okay. Another way to determine if it's normal or not is to read other abstracts. After you've done writing your abstract, read it, because you need to break 2 long and unreadable sentences, you need to check your grammar and eliminate all extra unneedable information. After that, ask your colleagues and supervisors to give you feedback. And here, supervisors and colleagues, all of them have a lot to say about your research and abstract. And at this point, it's your responsibility to decide which tips and advices are useful for you and which are not. Anyway, I hope that information we gave you in our presentation will help you to make a good, smooth, and informative abstract for your future readers. Thank you.